Hi, my name is Witson Gordon. I'm the head of content marketing at ROG, and this is the latest from the Republic of Gamers. This is our ROG Ally X, a new Windows-based handheld gaming system that can play all of your games on the go. This is an upgraded model. It has double the battery life of our previous model, double the storage, more RAM, upgraded controls and ergonomics. It is basically an upgrade in every way. It is available for pre-order right now, and devices are going to start shipping on June 22nd for $799. It feels amazing, it plays amazing, you're going to want to get this.
How popular is this market?
Sure.
How popular is this market?
It's because this market is starting to explode, right? We've seen Windows-based handhelds for a few years, but it wasn't until recently that things really started to take off. We're seeing a lot of interest in this and devices like it. So I think this is really just the beginning for the handheld gaming scene.
All right. So what's the performance? How good is it?
The performance is good. So this uses a chip called the AMD Ryzen Z1 Extreme APU. It has CPU and GPU both on the same die, so it's very power efficient. But the Ally is 1080p, and it can play AAA games at very good frame rates. So the other nice thing about that is that the display comes with variable refresh rate. It's a FreeSync premium display, which means even if you dip below or above 60 frames per second, right, it's still going to look really smooth. And it comes with features like AMD Fluid Motion Frames, so you can turn on frame generation in a lot of different games and get some extra performance out of it that way.
Does it have a very smart cooling system in there?
Yes, it does. With something with really compact devices, you really got to make sure they stay cool because you're packing a lot of hardware into a small space. So we actually have a dual fan system in this, and this actually has upgraded fans from our previous model. They're smaller to make room for that bigger battery, but they use thinner blades, and they can actually push more air. And we added a third exhaust vent to the top to make sure that it stays cool while you're gaming and quiet.
Nice. So a lot of things are happening around here, right? What's all the latest at the booth here?
So we've got a lot of different stuff going on. That's probably the biggest product that we just launched, but we also have a whole series of laptops. We got a new laptop that we just announced. Earlier this year, we announced a new series of Zephyrus G14 and G16 laptops. These are kind of our ultra-portable gaming notebooks. They use a really premium aluminum chassis, full NVIDIA graphics chips in them. They're really nice, really premium, big trackpads, nice keyboards, and OLED displays, so you get those really deep, crisp blacks. These were announced at CES. They've been on sale for a couple months, but one thing that we just announced is an AMD version of the 16-inch laptop. So we had an Intel version previously only. Now, if you prefer AMD or you're doing certain tasks that work better on an AMD processor, you can get that too. And because it's one of AMD's newer chips, it's got that really nice AI performance, that NPU on the CPU, and a dedicated Copilot key and things like that. So just giving users a bit more choice over the laptop they want to buy.
All right. What else are the highlights on here?
Let's see. Well, over here we've got our new OLED displays. We've been going really hard on OLED lately. We have OLEDs in all sorts of different sizes. This model is our newest one. This is a glossy 27-inch 1440p WOLED display with a really fast, smooth 240 hertz refresh rate. But what you're seeing on this display is a new feature called AI Visual. What it does is it can tell what's on screen and change your settings, your color, contrast, things like that, based on what you're playing. So if you're playing a first-person shooter, it'll boost the shadows so you can see all of your enemies, lurking in dark spots of the map. If you're playing, a MOBA game, it'll highlight certain colors that are important in MOBA games. If you're just working with Office documents, it'll change the color temperature so that it's not quite so harsh on your eyes. Really cool in that you don't have to change it manually. It just does it all in the background.
Nice. OLED 27 inch.
27 inch.
And it's going to be a good price?
I don't know the price on this one yet, but yeah, all of our OLEDs are very competitive, and we work really hard to put really good heat sinks on the back so that they can get brighter than the competition, have better burn-in protection and things like that.
All right. It's a lot of people here at your booth.
There are a lot of people here.
What are they most excited about otherwise?
That ROG Ally X is one of the things that people are the most excited about. We've also got a new mouse and keyboard that we just announced at Computex, and a new headset. So those are probably some of the other banner features. Yes, here they are. So this is the new ROG Extreme series, the ROG Azoth Extreme and the ROG Harp Ace Extreme. The keyboard is a super premium mechanical keyboard, kind of designed for enthusiasts. It's got this, aluminum build. It's got a carbon fiber plate inside, multiple layers of dampening foam, gasket mount. Really superior typing feel to anything else you've felt before. The mouse is also really unique. In esports right now, there's a trend, obviously, of really, really lightweight gaming mice, but they often cut these holes in the mouse to make it more lightweight, to drop it down. We chose to use carbon fiber on this. It's really, really light.
It feels empty.
It almost feels like a fake mouse.
Here.
It's so light, but that gives you that extra precision in esports games. And carbon fiber allows us to do that without cutting a bunch of holes in the mouse, which can collect grime and things like that.
It's like
just kind of a different aesthetic.
It feels like this game at the arcade where the puck is flying on the air.
Yes.
It's
air hockey.
It's air hockey.
It feels like air hockey. I've never heard it described that way, but I'm going to start using that because that is exactly what it feels like.
So you can play air hockey at home with this.
Yeah, sure. And part of that is that it uses these feet on the back are Gorilla Glass, so it's exceptionally smooth. Both of these are Gorilla Glass. It also comes with more standard feet if you prefer to use that, but the Gorilla Glass are really, really cool.
Nice. What's happening here is just
this is just the back plate, and this is you can actually open this up. You've got a switch here that can change how the gaskets feel, so you get a slightly softer or slightly harder typing feel based on your preferences.
Nice. All right. Thanks. What's next?
Over here we've got our new headset. This is the ROG Delta 2 headset. This is one of the most comfortable gaming headsets I have personally ever worn. But beyond that, it also has really good sound quality. We targeted something called the Harman curve for this, which is actually a frequency response commonly used in more audiophile-based headphones. So if you really care about sound quality and you want it to sound like your favorite pair of nice headphones, these are going to be much closer to that. We also upgraded the microphone. This now uses a 10mm capsule, which gives you kind of more depth in your voice, right? It sounds a little bit less like a hollow gaming mic and a little bit more like, a real microphone.
It's shaped like ears.
Yes, it is.
It's not just a round thing.
Yes, we use this kind of triangular shape because that's exactly right. You nailed it. It is shaped more like an actual human ear, and I think it's part of what makes it so comfortable. Of course, you've got the RGB on the side and the adjustable headband. The other cool feature with this is that it comes with some new feature we call dual flow audio. So that means you can listen to audio from two sources simultaneously. So let's say you're gaming, right? You're plugged in, or you're wireless with your 2.4 gigahertz dongle, and a phone comes in and your call comes in on your phone. You're connected over Bluetooth. You can answer the call and talk to the other person while still playing your game and hearing your gaming audio. And we also ship it with two sets of ear pads, these leather ones and fabric ones. I personally like the leather ones. They're super soft, but again, giving users more choice so they can kind of tweak things how they want them.
So it's been going on a few years, this brand, right?
Yes, we've had a few Deltas, but those are the newest versions.
All right.
Let's see, what else do we have? We've done the mouse and keyboard.
A bunch of accessories around
So
here.
you want to see some cool, there's nothing particularly new over here, but we do have two concept products.
Yeah, where do you want to go?
Actually, this way. I think the two other coolest things, one of them is this way. I'm sorry.
Let's go.
So this over here, you may have heard of our ROG BTF ecosystem, yes, of graphics cards and motherboards. Our BTF motherboards and graphics cards are designed to hide the cables, so your computer has this really, really clean kind of cable-free look. This is a kind of a concept of a case design that you could use this with. It's a little bit different. The idea is because you don't need your power cables coming out of the GPU, you can just plug it into this slot. The rest of the computer is in this compact case. The graphics card is out here getting more fresh air, so it's cooler, and it kind of becomes the visual centerpiece of the build. We're not selling these cases right now, it's just a concept, but you've got 4 different versions here of what this could theoretically look like. And man, I just think they look so sharp. And I love really, really compact PCs, so.
It looks like it's a whole thing you can slide out and then play with it and then put it back in.
You can pop this right out and put it back in, yep.
So you can make sure you put it right in the thing, and then once it's done, there's some kind of a connector or something that goes on here.
Yep, super cool.
Nice.
Oh, this is a cool one over here too. I'll wait until she's done playing with it.
Yeah.
We've got 2 new power supplies. Now, so our power supplies, this is called the ROG Thor. and we have a smaller one called the ROG Loki. So we've named our power supplies after, characters from Norse mythology. So when they came to me and they told me they wanted to make a UPS, an uninterruptible power supply, to protect your computer from power outages, protect you from losing data, it keeps your computer on with a big battery backup. This is what they brought to me. And they said, we want to call it the ROG Mjolnir, named after Thor's hammer. And it literally looks like Thor's hammer. The thing is, not only is this a UPS that can protect your computer from power outages, but you can unplug it and then take it with you. It's a battery bank, a big battery bank. So you could run your computer, in a van if you're camping or something like that. This handle, sadly you can't pick up the thing. It's a flashlight though. And this on the top is a wireless charger. So that is a really, really cool product that's going to be coming probably next year.
You could be gaming in your camper or your RV,
absolutely,
and then charge with
gaming
solar.
laptop or an ROG Ally, and you could totally power that with solar if you had the right connections.
And this is enough power to game through the night.
Yeah,
could be.
Absolutely.
All right.
Depending on what you're playing and how many watts it takes. Yeah.
All right. With a Starlink.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. We sponsor an influencer who literally does that. He lives in a van and he uses Starlink, has a bunch of ROG products. I told him when they first showed me this, I was like, you got to send that to him. Perfect use case. Camping, awesome.
All right.
This is our new ROG NUC. This is a super, super compact gaming PC. Impossibly small. If you're looking for something that's kind of more of a console replacement, maybe you want to put it in a TV cabinet. Honestly, it's so small, you could hide it behind your TV and have like an invisible gaming console in the room, right?
There's a powerful GPU in there.
Yeah, so there's up to a 4070 laptop GPU in there. So it is compact. You're not getting the same performance you get from one of those compact machines with a 4090, but still really, really good performance. And for the size, just absolutely dense with performance. You could put up to 2 SSDs in there. It's a pretty cool little machine.
All right. And you can have it lying down.
Yep, got a bunch of different orientations.
All right. Cool.
There's one other really, really cool thing I think is worth looking at over here. This right here. So this is another concept, not something we're currently selling, but it's just kind of something we're toying with. We call it Project Dolly. We have laptops, I don't know if you've seen them, where you can customize the RGB on the lid, or you can customize what we call the anime matrix. It's got custom animations with LEDs. This is a little bit different. This is e-ink. So this is the same technology that you would find on like an e-reader, where you read books, but it's full color. And what's cool about it is that once it takes a minute to switch over an image, you can see it's flickering, but once it switches over fully, it takes up 0 power. So it's not gonna be draining battery life from your device. And that way you can generate, any image you want. You've got a one-of-a-kind laptop that really is gonna turn some heads.
That goes on the case, outer case.
Yes, it's on the lid. So here's you can see it in full laptop form there. It's on the back lid there.
That's beautiful. That's so awesome. How soon can I buy one of those?
These are not for sale yet, but I'm really hoping that we see a lot of interest in it and we start developing it for sale, because honestly, I knew what this was and I thought it was cool, but when I saw it for the first time, that was what really sold me on it. The color is way more vibrant than I expected for like an e-ink display. It's really, really next level.
In theory, you could be reading your cartoons maybe on that side. Or it's more like for artistic.
It's not really built for that, but theoretically, I guess you could read comic books with it. It would take a long time to turn the page, though. It does take a few minutes, 30 seconds or so for it to switch over to a new image.
But then you have a very vibrant display. It seems somebody turned on the big lights there. That's good. Ah, this is so sharp. That's really cool. What's the display up there? The nebula.
Yeah. So this is just a display case that showcases some of our laptop displays. So the hard thing with displays is that there are so many specs to keep in mind, right? You've got resolution, you've got refresh rate, you've got how is its color performance. A lot of really, really kind of nerdy specs that not everyone necessarily wants to dig into. So we thought it would be a lot easier if we could just tell people, hey, this is one of the best displays on the market. So we came up with the ROG Nebula display branding. If you see a laptop that has an ROG Nebula display, you know it's going to be good. You know it's meeting a certain baseline of quality. It's got really great color performance. It's got high enough refresh rates for gaming. It's got high resolutions, right? So we have our Nebula displays, and then we also have what we call our Nebula HDR displays. Those available on our Strix Scar machines and one of our Zephyrus machines. Those use a mini LED panel, right? So individual portions of the screen can dim down or turn off entirely. You get super, super deep blacks, really bright, detailed highlights, awesome HDR experience, whether you're gaming or watching movies or creating your own content.
Yeah, because those gamers, they want to have the best display.
I'm one of those people.
All right.
I know exactly how that goes.
Cool. All right, but thanks a lot for the tour.
No problem. Thanks for coming by. We've got lots of cool stuff, big desktop PCs too that you can check out, but those are the highlights of the booth. It's been a really great Computex so far, and yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing some more of this stuff on shelf and taking it for a spin. That ROG Ally X is going to have a place in my backpack very soon.